Alright, today we're going to be working on a restaurant. We're going to be making everything that a restaurant would need in order to run a successful business. And we're going to be doing all of these things in Microsoft Publisher. Microsoft Publisher can be accessed. Go into your Start menu, and there's Publisher there. This is a really great program for creating visuals, and you'll see what I mean when we get into it. So I'll read through. We got our restaurant assignment. So in this assignment, you'll be creating files for a new restaurant that will be opening soon. Think of what type of restaurant you would like to open and think of the name for your business. Complete the following steps to create the files for your business. Go to the following website and research different types of restaurants. So I'll let you guys go here on your own. You can take a look at the different types of restaurants that are available. I already have one in mind, so I'm just going to skip ahead on that. Now, first thing that I want you to do to make sure everything gets saved, and when we save, we like to save in multiple places. But for now, we're going to make sure that everything you need is saved on the H drive, so you can access it anywhere in the school. And then we'll get it so we can save it, so you can work on it at home using the OneDrive files that I showed that we worked on in another class. So what we're going to do is, once you open up your Explorer, because you should all have this down here, we're going to make sure that you click on this PC and go to your H drive. Now you're going to be making a new file, new folder, and you're just going to click right here, new folder, and just call it My Restaurant. Oops. Okay, so you got My Restaurant on there, and this is where you're just going to save all of your stuff. I'm going to delete this because I don't actually need this file. So you have My Restaurant, and that's where you're going to be saving all of your things. Alright, next step. We're going to be going on to Microsoft Publisher to create a logo. Now this is a required part of the assignment. Not all parts are going to be required, but this one is required because you'll need it in all other steps. So this should be the first thing you do, and after that it's kind of up to you which ones you do first. But we're going to be creating a logo first. Now we're going to start up Microsoft Publisher, so just go to your Start menu, click on Publisher. I already have it open here. Oop, I didn't want you to see that. And we're going to just click a blank slide. So if you click a blank slide, it'll open up just like this. So we got a full page here. We don't have to do anything special. Now we're going to be finding some clip art, some graphics for our restaurant. And you could also use drawing tools. So I'm going to be showing you guys a little bit with both, and it depends on what you want to do. First off, if you want to draw in a logo, part of it, you can go to Insert, Shapes, and first of all, there's a whole bunch of already pre-made shapes there, or you could try this Scribble, and you can actually draw whatever you want, so whatever that turns out to be. And then you have an object there, and now you can move it around it, and you could do some things to it. You could fill it in, and it tries to fill it in as best for you, so you can actually make some pretty neat stuff using this. They're changing the lines. It's actually kind of turned into something, but even though I didn't mean it to. So if you take a little bit more time, you can always actually draw something with it, and you can always zoom in too when you're drawing. If I zoom in, maybe I could be a little bit more detailed and careful in how I draw. Let's draw, I don't know, an apple. There we go. I'll give it. Perfect. We got an apple, wrong color obviously, so let's fill it in with some red there. And I got myself part of an apple. Let's add, I want to draw something else in there. I need a leaf, right? Or a stem. There's our stem. And let's fill that in. That's going to be brown. And I need a leaf too, just to kind of make sure you guys know it's a... And they can go over top, just like you saw. It was a little bit over that apple. And there we got our apple. Now let's put, not much of an artist, but I try. Just to kind of show that this is indeed an apple. Put a little glint on it. Gives it a little bit of depth. We're going to change this to just some white there. So now I got my apple. Now the problem is we got all of these shapes. They're all separate. Right? I got 4 separate objects there. In order to group them all together, you make a box around all of them. And we are going to go back to home, click on group, and now we have one object. We can split them up again if we want. If we decided that we want to adjust some of these things, you can ungroup and then group it back together. So if I want to move this down here, I didn't think it was right. Maybe I didn't get the leaf in the right spot, or I just want to completely get rid of the leaf in the end and I don't like it. You can ungroup everything and put it back together the way you like it. But now I have one solid object, and especially since I did this zoomed in, if I zoom out again, it starts to look even better. All the lines are a little bit smoother. So, that's an easy way to make something yourself if you want to, and I would definitely give more points to people who went through the extra effort to draw something in there themselves. But the other method I will show you is using clip art. So I've already looked up a couple things. My restaurant's going to be an Italian restaurant, so Italian food, that's pizza, right? So we're going to copy the Italian flag and just shrink that down a little bit. And I liked the look of this pizza here. Now the only problem is we have this at the very bottom of it, but I want to use this picture. Unfortunately, if I take it, this part's coming with it. So all I have to do is we're going to copy the image. We're going to go over to Paint. I was already using this for one of your previous assignments. And just like I showed in the other assignment, we're just going to shrink that up. And there we go. I go Control A to select everything, Control C, or you can right click to copy. And I'm going to put it back over here. And there we have my pizza on there. Perfect. And now we just highlight the whole thing, group it all together. Now I got one picture again. Only problem is we got a little logo. I might want to put some text on there. So let's put in some word art. Let's see what's a nice looking one. Let's try this one. I'll call it pizza. Alright, now that doesn't look too Italian, so let's change the shape. Let's change it the other way. There we go. And that's not really standing out too much. So let's see if we can maybe put an outline around this to make it stand out a little bit more. Let's try what this might look like. That helps. There we go. And I'm happy with that. But let's group that together. So we highlight it, group, there. So now everything is together, and there's my logo. I didn't put too much effort into that. I hope you guys put a little bit more effort into your logo. Do some other things with it. I could always change this up, so I could ungroup it. Maybe I wanted to do some other things to it, add a glow to it. Let's add a little yellow glow. Oh, that looks better. Okay, so I could do some other things. Maybe I want to soften up the edges on... Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Maybe I want to soften up the edges on this. I can always use this format over here and change how this looks. I could make it a circle. Which one do I want? Let's try this one. Okay, oh, that does it to all of them. Did not mean to do it to all of them. I meant to do it to the pizza. There we are. Okay, so there's lots of different things you could do in those formatting tools here, and there's lots of different things in here. You can always recolor it. Maybe I want to recolor my pizza. Got some blue pizza. That looks kind of gross, but so I'm not going to do that. But maybe there's something that you want to change to your color. Alright, so that is how you would start and you'd make your logo. And again, we group it all up and your logo is done. So you're just going to save that into the folder that you made, so on your H drive. But again, I deleted mine, so if yours was there, you would save it there. And that is it for that one. Now it's worth, here's our assignment, it is worth 10 marks, which is just as much as anything else, so it needs just as much thought and dedication into this. It should be really good. I'm going to be pretty picky on how I mark these things, because you can be done this pretty quick, or you can take some time and really do a good job with it. So make sure you take some time, get it so it looks really nice, a nice logo. If you need some help with what a logo might look like, just type in logo examples. And you can see a lot of them are pretty simple. You might not even, like some of these don't even have words. None of these ones do. Some of these, well, this one doesn't have it, but it's pretty short to the point. Okay, so we look at these symbols and we know what they are. Okay, so you need to come up with your own little symbol, come up with some things just to kind of make it your own. And they're pretty basic, but there's a lot of thought that goes into these things.